Hi, everybody. I've got my cup of tea ready. Welcome to a yoga session. In a second, I'm going to put my cup of tea down here. A yoga session with me, Julie Montagu. If you're new to my channel, hello. My channel is Julie Montagu, which is yoga, tea, and the British aristocracy. So the yoga probably makes sense, so does the tea, but perhaps maybe not the British aristocracy. Today's flow, though, which might make a little bit more sense, is going to be yoga, tea, and the Earl and Me. Now, he may not be able to do yoga with me or with us, but he's definitely, looks like he's looking right at me. So this is the fourth Earl of Sandwich. Feel free to have a sandwich snack next to you afterwards, after your yoga session, if you want to as well. But he is the one that the name sandwich that we all know that our favorite snack is actually named after. So technically, I guess you could say he invented the sandwich. This is one of our ancestors here, and I'm here at Mapperton, which is in England, and Mapperton House is considered the finest manor house of all of England. So we won this wonderful award in 2006, and we were named the nation's finest manor house. And I thought this house, a lot of the rooms don't get used as much as, I don't know, I think that they should. So I thought I'd bring in a little bit of yoga and a little bit of history while we flow. And of course, tea. So I am American, but I married into the British aristocracy, and tea has become a real favorite of mine. So each week we will be having a different, or I will at least be having a different tea. This week I'm having actually a fennel and peppermint tea today. So fennel and peppermint tea. So we're gonna start to flow. I've got a cozy fire behind me here. And again, this is just a flow that you can do anytime you like, anytime you just need like, oh, I just need 30 minutes to move my body, come back to the space with me, get your cup of tea ready. Again, I've got mine, amazing. And, you know, and maybe, well, he probably wishes he could join. So I bet it's a lot more comfortable doing yoga with me than it would be sitting in all of, in that sort of not very comfortable pose right there with a lot of garb on, but it is what it is, and he's welcome to flow with me anytime. So are you guys. So we're gonna get started. If you do have a lovely, I just say if you need props, grab your block if you want to block, or for Shavasana, grab a nice blanket as well. It's always nice to have a nice blanket as well to cover yourself up. So we're gonna get started. And we're just going to start in a comfortable seated position. So just a wonderful, comfortable seated position, placing either the palms of the hands or the backs of your hands on your knees or your thighs, and just closing your eyes here. We're going to take 3 cleansing breaths together. So take a deep, full breath in through the nose. And open up the mouth and let that breath out. And again, deep, full breath in. And open up the mouth and let that breath out. And one more time, full breath in. And on this last exhale here, open up the mouth and just feel your whole body just arriving on your mat for your yoga practice. Blink your eyes open. We're now just going to shift over onto our hands and our knees. So shifting over onto our hands and our knees, spreading the fingers nice and wide, coming into a tabletop. So hips over the knees, shoulders over those wrists. Toes can be curled under, or you can plonk them down so you're coming onto the tops of the feet. See what feels better. We'll just take a few cat-cow stretches here. So on your inhale, lift the tailbone, press the belly down, draw the shoulder blades down the back. And now as you exhale, protract the shoulders, press the floor away, and let the head hang. And again, inhaling, lifting and lengthening, shoulder blades down the back. And as you exhale, take that tuck and that round, protract the shoulders, push the floor away. Let's do that one more time. Really inhale. Your spine loves this. So your spine definitely loves this. Again, like I said, the fourth Earl of Sandwich, I'm sure he's probably looking at us thinking, I would like to move my spine right now. And then slowly return yourself back to neutral alignment in the spine. So neutral alignment, spread your fingertips nice and wide, curl your toes under, and now we're gonna lift the hips up and back. Fire is making me nice and warm, which is a good thing. Lift your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. So lifting to your downward facing dog, downward facing dog. And once you've come into that downward facing dog, just take a moment here to walk your dog out. So bending one knee, bending the other knee, moving the hips, just moving the whole body. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor beneath you. They're just going in that direction. So they're just moving in that direction. And once you've walked your dog out, come back to just a still static downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. Any way you like, out of the nose, out of the mouth. Exhale to empty. Lift the gaze, see the space between the hands. Just step your right foot up to that space, followed by your left foot. So both feet right up to the space between your hands. Use your inhale to lift it up to that halfway lift. And a long exhale to take you down into that forward fold. Stay in that forward fold. Take your feet hip-width distance apart. And go ahead, just hang here. So catching maybe hold of opposite elbows or forearms. Little swing here from side to side always feels good. Coming into your ragdoll. Shift the weight more into the balls of the feet so you can feel much more of a stretch through the backs of the legs. And then maybe with your hands on your elbows, drawing the arm bones down towards the floor beneath you to feel more space being created in between each and every vertebra. If you are swinging from side to side, swing yourself back to center. Release your hands away from your elbows. Gentle bend in the knees. Round yourself all the way up. So rounding. Hands can slide up the shins, the knees, the thighs. Coming all the way up to the top of your mat. Big toes to touch, little gap between your ankles. And just, again, roll your shoulder blades up, back, and down. Let the arms and the hands lengthen alongside the body, coming into your Tadasana. And this is just where we set an intention. I always base my intention on something that I need more of for my day or something that I might need to release more of. So either bringing something more in or releasing something that's definitely not feeling good inside or around. It can be a word, it can be a sentence, but we are going to set that intention and then inject our breath into that intention so it has fuel to grow. Blink your eyes open. Have an amazing practice, you guys. Take a big inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, and again, maybe lift and lengthen through the four sides of the waist a little bit more. As you exhale, hinge through the hips, just come all the way down into that forward fold. As you next breathe in, just lift up, halfway lift, flat back here, even if your hands come onto your shins. As you exhale, plant those hands and just step your feet back into your high plank, shoulders over those wrists. Take another inhale here, push the floor away. And as you exhale, lower your knees, lift your tailbone. Bring the chest and the chin down in between the hands, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, we slide the thighs back. Come onto the belly, press the tops of the feet down, and just lift up through the crown of the head. Again, shoulder blades down the back. As we exhale, we're going to take it back into that wonderful pose called child's pose. So resting the forehead down, hips sinking back towards the heels. Walk the arms forward. Take a deep, full breath in here, full breath in. Feel the stretch underneath your arms. And exhale to empty. On your next inhale, travel the body forward into that tabletop. And exhale, lifts your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Just one breath here. Make it count like full breath in. And a wonderful full breath out. We're going to inhale, reach the right leg high. So right leg reaches high to a three-legged dog. And as you exhale, just step your right foot to your right thumb, ground through your back left foot. Inhale is going to take you up to your warrior one. So we come up warrior one, draw the right hip back, the left hip forward, bending deeply so that right knee is directly over that right ankle. Take another breath in here. And as you exhale, open it up to that warrior two. So opening it up to that warrior two. Right knee stays bent over that right ankle. Stay here for a breath. Extend the arms away. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Right palm flips. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Left hand's gonna slide down the back of the left leg. Right knee stays bent over that right ankle, hugging the right glute in. And now from here, exhale, straighten through your right leg, coming into reverse triangle. Both legs are straight, left hand still sliding down the back of the left leg, right arm reaching up and over. Big inhale here. And long exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale to rebend to that warrior two. Inhale takes you up to a high lunge. So just pivoting onto the left ball of the foot, reaching the arms up. And as we exhale, take the right hand back behind you to your left hamstring and reach the left arm up and over. One full breath here. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Very, very slowly from here, open up the arms to the side. So right arm is extending back, left arm is extending forward. Happily stay here. If you want a little bit deeper in the twist, bring the left upper arm and wrap it to the outer seam of your right thigh. Palms can then come together. Thumb knuckles eventually to heart center. That back left leg should be straight and strong. Really pressing that left hamstring up towards the space above you. One more breath here. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Those of you in the twist like me, inhale, come back up, arms lengthen. Stay here, exhale, ground, and hopefully your right glute can feel this. Inhale, come back up into that high lunge. And exhale, hands come down to the mat. Right foot steps back to your left foot. You again can lower your knees down or keep them lifted as you lower to a low push-up chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Of course, stick with cobra. And exhale takes you back into that downward facing dog. Again, just one breath here. So breathe in. And we breathe it out. So we just mirror what we did on the right and do it on the left. We're going to inhale, reach the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps to the left thumb, ground through your back right foot. Left knee bending over that left ankle. Rise on up to that warrior one. And from our warrior one, exhale opens us up to that warrior two. Really bending that left knee directly over that left ankle. Hug the left glute in. Left palm flips. Inhale to reverse the warrior. Right hand sliding down, but keeping that left knee bent over that left ankle. Start to straighten through that left leg. We're now in reverse triangle. We're here for a breath. Breathe in. Oh, this feels so good. And then breathe it out. Inhale, come back to center. Use the exhale to rebend to that warrior two. Inhale, pivot onto the right ball of the foot, reaching the arms up. Exhale, left hand comes down to your right hamstring. Right arm reaches up and over. And we're going to stay here for a breath. Feels so good, right? Breathe in, left glute hugging in. And breathe it out. Inhale, just bring your upper body more center, arms lengthen out like a T. Happily stay here in this twist, strong through your back right leg, or start to bring the right upper arm across the outer seam of your left thigh. Bring the hands together at heart center. Remember this back right leg super strong. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Those of you like me, go ahead, lift yourself back up, arms like a T. Inhale takes you back up to high lunge. And exhale, hands down to the mat, left foot steps back to your right foot, and we lower through our vinyasa. Inhale is that upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back into that downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, just walk your hands back to your feet. Catch a hold of your big toes, two peace fingers. Inhalation, find length. And exhalation brings you into Tadasana, that wonderful forward fold. Just a couple breaths here. Maybe shake out your head. Shake out your head. I think, yep, he's still watching me. He's thinking, that actually, I'm sure, feels really good. It does. Forward fold, lengthening those hamstrings. Finding length in the body. Very slowly, just release your fingers away from your toes. Walk your hands forward enough so you can just inhale, lift up halfway. Stay in your halfway lift, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, release your arms alongside your body. We're gonna shift the weight into the right leg. So shifting the weight into the right leg, bend the left knee, catch a hold of the left knee with the right hand and extend the left arm up alongside your left ear. Happily stay here working on your balance, or maybe slide your right hand down to the outside of your left foot and extend that left leg out. Again, happily stay here. If you want to add a little bit of a twist, start to backstroke your left hand straight back behind you. Chest is open, so you're spinning the chest open. One more breath here. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Those of you in the twist like me, inhale takes you back up to center. Release both arms up, extend the left leg out, lift it a little bit higher. And now bend your left knee, catch your left ankle with your left hand, place the left sole of the foot, inner right thigh or inner right calf, coming into your tree pose. So coming into that tree pose, arms lifting up, chest lifting up, and maybe eventually the gaze comes up as well. One more breath in your tree, breathe in, and breathe it out. Just bring the palms back together, right down through heart center, left knee forward, left sole of the foot down, arms alongside the body. Take a breath here, Tadasana, breathe in, and breathe it out. We're gonna shift the weight into the left leg, bend your right knee again. Again, catch the right knee with your left hand, reach the right arm up alongside your right ear, or slide the left hand down to the outside of your right foot and extend the right leg out. Again, you can add a little bit more to this by backstroking your right hand straight back behind you. Feel your left foot grounding you down as you find the extension out through the crown of the head, twisting through that torso. One more breath, breathe in and breathe it out. Good, those of you in the twist like me, come back to center, extend the right leg out, reach the arms up, lift it a little bit higher without back bending here. Start to bend the right knee, catch the right ankle, right hand, right sole of the foot, place it to the inner left thigh or inner left calf. And again, extend the right arm up. So you're coming into that tree again. Maybe the gaze stays forward, or maybe you start to lift it up. One more breath, breathe in and breathe it out. Slowly bring the hands back together, heart center. Bring that right knee forward, right sole of the foot down, arms alongside the body, Tadasana. Full breath in, breathe in, and breathe it out. Take an inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhalation, find that forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway, and now start to walk your hands back to the top of the mat into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, just take a full breath in here, breathe in, and a full breath out. Let's lower the knees down to the mat. Walk the hands or slide the hands back towards the knees, up your thighs for your camel. Heels of the hands, or I personally like 2 fists to the lower back. Squeeze the elbows in. So elbows squeeze in, chest lifts, inhale, and use your exhale to draw the tailbone down by using your hands. Coming into this camel, inhale, find the extension, lift up. Keep that lift. Exhale, use the hands to lengthen the tailbone down. One more breath here. Squeeze the elbows in, lift the chest up. Stay here. Just exhale, find the length in the spine. Inhale takes you back to center. And we exhale, bring the hips towards the heels, resting the hands onto the thighs. Just close your eyes here. You're in your Vajrasana, full breath in. And a full breath out. Blink your eyes open. Shift your hips to one side of your heels. It doesn't matter what side. Extend the legs nice and long. Maybe give those legs a little bit of a shake. Flex through your feet, engage your thighs. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhalation, take it into that forward fold. I like to extend my arms forward first as much as they'll go. Forward, drawing my tailbone back, flexing through the feet. And now releasing the hands to the soles of the feet. As you inhale, draw your arm bones back. And as you exhale, extend the crown of the head forward for 1. So it's the inhale, arm bones draw back for 2. Exhale, extend through the crown of the head for 2. One more time, really inhale, draw those arm bones back. Keep them back as you exhale, extend through the crown of the head for 3. Inhale with a straight spine, lift back up to center. Exhale, bend your knees out to the side, soles of the feet together for our Baddha Konasana. You can place your hands to either side of your hips to lift the hips and scoot those hips closer to the heels. Bring your thumbs to the balls of your feet. Start to open up your feet like a book. If your elbows are resting on your inner legs, use them to help gently press your legs more open. We're going to find an extension through the spine, so take an inhale. And again, as we exhale, we're exhaling the crown of the head away from the body, tailbone extending back. This is quite a deep pose, so see if you can just focus in on your breath completely. So focus in on the breath, focus in on the sensations that you're feeling in your body. Breath and sensations, breath and sensations. Go to your edge here, maybe go to your edge just for one more breath. So breathe in and we breathe it out. We use the inhale to lift up. Exhale, slide the hands to the outer edges of your knees to bring the knees together. Soles of the feet onto the mat. We're going to lower down onto our back. Reach the arms forward. It's as if somebody's trying to lift you up and you're saying, no, I need to come down, right? So core is engaged. Try to keep the soles of the feet on your mat the whole entire time. Soles of the feet onto the mat the entire time. And then we've come down onto the back. We're going to take it into a lovely bridge. So walk the backs of the heels up. They should just barely touch the tips of your middle fingers. Keeping those knees directly over those ankles. Exhale everything out. So just exhale, exhale, exhale. As you inhale, not only are you lifting the hips, but you're extending the tailbone away. And in bridge, maybe exhale, interlace your fingers underneath your back. And we inhale, we lift up for 2, extending the tailbone away, squeezing the inner thighs in. And we exhale for 2. Last breath in, really lift the hips, but extend the tailbone away for 3. And we exhale for 3. Inhale, we slowly lower down, upper back, middle back. Keep your core engaged, lower back, sacrum, tailbone. Once we've come down, hug the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around those legs. Take a little rock from side to side to side. Brilliant. And from here, we're just going to pop up into a happy baby. So pop the feet up into a happy baby. Catch a hold of the outer edges of your feet or your ankles, and then just allow the knees and the thighs to draw out and down. So you can really feel your hip flexors working. So out and down. Shoulder blades stay down onto the mat and down the back as well. So just a wonderful place to start to close out the practice in this happy baby. Long, slow, deep breaths. One more here. Deep, full breath in. And a deep, full breath out. From here, we're just going to release the feet back down onto the mat, coming into our final twist, twisted roots. Lift the right leg, place the right hamstring over your left thigh. 1 wrap or 2 wraps, it doesn't matter, but wrapping the legs, lift the hips, and just allow that left hip to move on over towards the right side of the mat a little bit, lowering the left hip down and bringing the knees to the left. Allow your arms to cactus or lengthen out here. Maybe just close your eyes and just bring your awareness now to really the sensation that you're feeling in your body. I feel it in my spine. You might feel it elsewhere, but bring your awareness to that sensation. One more breath here. Breathe in. And we just breathe it out. Bring your knees back to center. Unravel and re-ravel. Take that left hamstring over your right thigh. 1 wrap or 2 wraps. Lifting through the hips. Allow that right hip to just move gently over to the left. Lowering the right hip down and allowing the knees to drop on over to the right. It's quite an intense twist, so adjust yourself So it feels good, but you can definitely feel something here. Something is happening. Twists are one of my favorite things, like in the whole wide world, besides my 4 children and husband. But they are one of my favorite things. So one more breath in your twist. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Bring those knees back to center. Knees come back to center. Maybe just hug your knees into your chest one more time. Take that little rock from side to side to side. Lengthening one leg, followed by the other leg. So you're coming into that Shavasana. Let the legs and the feet just flop out. Let the arms and the hands just flop to either side of your body. And again, if you have that blanket or something to cover yourself up, now is the time to cover yourself up in your blanket, unless you've got a fire behind you, which many of you may have. Hopefully that will give you warmth as well. So coming into your Shavasana, I'm going to leave you here for as long as you would like to stay in your Shavasana and say goodbye to you. And the Earl is saying goodbye as well. Thank you once again for joining me here. Yoga, tea, and the British aristocracy. Today our guest was the 4th Earl of Sandwich, and my cup of tea was fennel and mint. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm here week in and week out here at Mapperton, and with always some tea and a little tidbit about the British aristocracy.